Also joining us is the police officer, former DG handling Naxal operations, Mr. Prakash Singh. Sir, you're hearing the politicians. Is this now a political war being played out in West Bengal, or is it simply the fact that the law and order machinery is ill-equipped to take on the challenge of the Maoists?
Well, the law and order machinery in West Bengal is perhaps not fully geared to deal with the Naxal challenge, but it could have delivered more, it would have been more effective, and the impact would have been greater if there was this turf war which is going on between the CPM and Trinamool Congress. That is, I think, affecting and impeding the progress of the state in dealing with the Naxal problem. And I think that's a very unfortunate part of it, that even in the face of such a big threat, people are playing their politics and trying to score brownie points.
Certainly, Mr. Singh, you're also the author of a book about the Naxalite movement. Should we be looking at today's attack, at the attack we saw last week, as specific to West Bengal's problems, or do you think that a more centralized force is needed really to deal with the Naxal groups that operate across the border as well, the state borders as well?
Well, any problem like this, it has to be basically dealt with by the state police forces. But considering the inadequacy of the state police forces and considering that their fighting potential is not as good as it should be in a healthy state, they have to be supported by paramilitary forces. I mean,
isn't the big problem, though, that the police force has been totally politicized, sir, over the last several years, particularly in West Bengal, and that's why now it's becoming very difficult at the local level to actually take on those elements, many of which were part of the cadres of the CPIM till not too long ago.
Well, this is true of the entire country, the police having been politicized. Of course, the degree of politicization varies from the state to state. In CPM, it is pretty bad, as far as politicization goes. And that is why I have been talking repeatedly of sort of giving political insulation to the police and introducing police reforms. And I have repeatedly said that if there is one single reform which is going to enhance our capability to deal with whether it's a terrorist threat from across the borders or it is a Naxal threat, it will be our willingness and capacity to introduce police reforms and insulate the police forces from political pressures and influences.
Okay, Mr. Prakash Singh, we appreciate your joining us. I just want one final question, if I may, which is that do you therefore believe that West Bengal, the challenge is very different to other states in Jharkhand, in Chhattisgarh, in Orissa, in every state now, the Maoist challenge is different. Here you have them hand in glove with tribal groups that have a political edge and a leader like Chhatradhar Mahato. So the nature of the battle in West Bengal different from other states, sir?
I think every state has its own shade of the Naxal problem. You can't generalize it and say that the same level of Naxal problem or the same brand of Naxal problem. There are shades of Naxal problem, but broadly, the overall picture is the same, that here is a group of people who want to wage an armed struggle, a protracted warfare with a view to capturing power.